All this microtransaction shit is your fault, dumbass. Yes, you. I'm talking to you, little stupid ass. Nah. Cause right now I'm on bad timing with you. Cause statistically speaking, you probably, no fuck that. You've definitely brought some problematic post-game launch content. Now if you're sitting there asking, what the hell is problematic post-game launch content? Like what the hell does that even mean? Then please, shut the fuck up and watch the video. That's why I made it. Why you gonna ask me what the video is about before you even finish watching the video? Recently, I saw a tweet from some ordinary gamer guy known as Mutahar where he was expressing how people should stop telling developers that microtransactions are acceptable by, you know, not buying shit DLC. Let me start off by saying this. You probably work hard for the money that you have. According to this article I found on Google from the American Progress website, there's about a 60% chance that you're a working class citizen. Meaning that you value every last dollar you have because you just don't have tons of disposable income to throw around carelessly at video games. I say that to say that usually with the constantly higher raising game prices with a bunch of unnecessary DLC are anti-consumer because it's becoming increasingly harder for you, the consumer, to buy and enjoy more gaming experiences due to the skyrocketing prices. We've honestly gotten to the point to where buying just the base game is basically realizing that what the fuck you're buying is just like this. Actions speak way louder than words. If you and all your buddies keep buying overpriced things over and over, that overpriced price now becomes the new price. And just in case you think I'm reaching like a Gunpei Yokoi toy, I got a few examples for you. Honorary mentions go to Clash of Clans and Bandy Brush. Them motherfuckers got some predatory practices, but I feel like the ones I gave in this video are better examples of what I'm talking about. Horse armor! Once upon a time when Bethesda dropped post-game launch DLC, it meant that, for a reasonable price, they would give you hours upon hours of brand new post-launch content. One faithful day, for whatever reason, they decided to test the waters and see what gamers would and wouldn't pay for. They tested this by putting some armor for a horse in their game and decided to charge people a small fee to see if they would buy it. Just to clarify, they added some purely cosmetic armor for horses to their game. Now, you may be sitting there asking, what's so sinful about adding purely cosmetic horse armor to the game? And I wouldn't blame you for asking that. The simple answer for this is that it was a time in gaming where cosmetic additions were unacceptable because they did not improve the gameplay in any way whatsoever, which is the main reason why people played games in the pre-unk times. Please note that this occurred before the 2010s when $20 worth of DLC could add countless hours of content to games that already offered substantial amounts of gameplay. Even though they were only charging $2.50, which, fun fact, is a price they changed it to after Microsoft forced them to raise it. Let's also keep in mind that Microsoft didn't own them at all whatsoever at this point in time, along with Activision, the makers of Call of Duty map packs. At one point in time, Call of Duty was mainly about the story. Although, as time went on, the multiplayer aspect of the game became popular to the point to where most people cared more about the online multiplayer aspects than the actual story mode of the game. Reasonably so. The team that worked on Call of Duty prioritized the online mode more and more. This part in itself wasn't inherently a bad thing. What is a bad thing is when they started charging people to play parts of a game that was already fully purchased. You see, whenever you brought Call of Duty, that did not mean that all the guns and maps that were in the game were included. What this means is that on the competitive side, if the best guns in the game are DLC, and they were, you may have matches where you run into somebody who beats you simply because they paid $5 for a new gun, which, by definition, makes the game pay to win. Yet, on the casual side, if your friend doesn't have a DLC map from a map pack that you have, and you try to play a private online match with them on that fire-ass map that you spent money, real world money on, you can't use it because they can't. Not only is that unfair to the poors that want to play and enjoy your game, it's mostly disrespectful to the niggas in your core fan base. Yet, not even Activision is as bad as Excessive Add-ons Inc. Stupid ass, dumb ass, hoe ass, fuck ass, 2K VC. This is my favorite part of the video where I get to address you stupid ass 2K niggas. Imagine a world where in a basketball game, you get to dribble a ball and shoot like in normal basketball, with no additional charges after purchase of the game. Sounds fun, right? Now, on the flip side, imagine a basketball game where in order to dribble the best, you have to pay $10. Then if you want to shoot the best, oh wait, you also have to pay $10. Want to rebound better? $10. Are you starting to see a pattern forming? Honestly, 2K has the sweetest pie in all of gaming. 2K has managed to trick a whole demographic of people into believing that you should ostracize somebody who asks, hey, why doesn't my chicken sandwich come with chicken? I paid for a chicken sandwich. Why the fuck I gotta buy the chicken in my chicken sandwich separately? That doesn't make any sense. The game even goes as far as inconveniencing you by giving you virus-like pop-ups as soon as you enter in and try to get you to sneeze out more cents for some more coins for more cosmetics and upgrades, where on the other hand, considerate devs on the other end of the spectrum are devs being so considerate of your experience that they're doing things like this. This is before we get to the fact that they expect you to pay for a premium battle pass on top of all the VC they want you to dump into your character. This is before you even realize that you're probably going to spend even more of your precious pennies getting your character wet with the drippiest digital digs, because being bullied for not purchasing in-game cosmetics is a real thing now. Just look at my stream over on TikTok.com/QaptainSlander anytime I boot up Fortnite. And speaking of Fortnite Battle Pass, first thing I want to say with this part of the video is that Fortnite is an incredible game, and they are a shining example of how free-to-play games should be monetized. When lightning in a bottle happens, it's hard to replicate intentionally, but remarkable when it happens by accident. When talking about in-game post-release monetization, in terms of Fortnite's popularization of the Battle Pass and V-Bucks, this is nowhere near the case. It is extremely simple to understand why Fortnite's Battle Pass system is highly regarded in the way that it is. Before I go any further, I'll play a clip that I randomly ran across on TikTok while I was writing this script that perfectly explains how good in-game monetization works from Pirate Software's very own Thor.
If you are able to purchase items that have any type of value in the game, such as being able to be traded for in-game currency of any kind, such as the WoW token, or in EVE Online, the Plex, same shit, that ends up being a problem. If you are able to buy an item that gives you some sort of statistic or mechanical advantage in the game, or unlock statistic or mechanical bonuses in any possible way, that is a problem. The only thing that should be sold as a microtransaction in a game where I will not have a problem is cosmetic. It needs to be cosmetic in nature, not giving you a statistical or mechanical advantage in any possible way. That's it. This is a very simple concept.
Now, as he said in his video, it's an extremely simple concept, yet so many companies seem to fail to grasp it. This is despite the fact that there are departments created specifically to understand and implement systems such as this. The reason why specifically Fortnite has a great monetization system is because all of the things that you can purchase are purely cosmetic and not mechanically designed to help you win. If you purchase certain gliders, for example, they won't give you any advantage over any other glider, and even though sometimes there are problematic emotes with hitbox shifting, this is a rare and unintentional occurrence. The literal only downside of Fortnite's Battle Pass is that it has popularized a monetization scheme that a lot of other companies have taken and ran with in ways that are predatory towards their buyers. I mean, honestly speaking though, can you really blame Fortnite for that? They didn't do that shit. But within the same set of breaths, it's important to note that they did something so simple correctly that other companies refuse to follow properly in such baffling ways. One of the main offenders of this is what greedy bitch ass niggas, the owners of Multiverses. Now let's look at a game like Multiverses, where despite the fact that the game dropped in beta like 2 years ago and was in worse quality, and the full release was missing quality of life features that were previously there, and again, no noticeable balance changes, because why is it that in the beta, Iron Giant was so broken, you had to take him out the game and make him inaccessible to players, then again, you drop the full release of the game, and you also have to, what is this? Repeat history and take Iron Giant out the game because he's so broken and he has an infinite. Why does Iron Giant need to be taken out of the game again? And those 2 years off while you were fixing the game, what the hell were you doing? If a character that was previously so broken that you had to take him out of the game is again so broken that you had to take him out of the game for a second time, is broken again, What were you doing? Again, after being taken down for 2 years to be worked on, we're talking about its most egregious sin. Their disgusting monetization practices is. It doesn't make sense that in a fighting game, all the characters are not unlocked from the start, or at least available for you to use in practice mode to try out. I know one of y'all are about to bring up the Unreal Engine 5 changes, and I'm not a game dev, so I want to ask y'all, if any of y'all are game devs, or if you know a game dev, share this to them, so maybe they can answer and give me some insight. What the fuck does that have to do with the ability to use all the characters in training mode? I'm assuming now, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but what the hell does switching game engines have to do with allowing niggas to use characters in training mode? I'm getting a little off track though. It being difficult to access characters in multiverses is something that can most definitely be bad for bringing in new players to an IP-based fighting game. Just imagine that you're a newcomer coming to play Batman, but because we want your money, suck my dick pussy, go play 40+ matches as... The fuck is LeBron doing in a game about fighting big ass bananas? What? Whatever, nigga. Just for conversation's sake, if you want to play the game competitively, but the characters you need to play for a matchup are locked, that's 40+ matches as let's see now. Not the character you need to play, that's who! This makes the game, by definition, pay to win, because you have to pay for the good characters that you need to win. But I know! Your wannabe smartass is probably sitting there saying, but wait! You can just unlock the characters for free, but that's what they want you to think. You see, this game is intentionally designed for you to buy each and every character separately. While writing this script, I even found out that there are parts of the story that you just straight up can't play if you don't have ultra specific character skins, even if you already have the character purchased. The grind to unlock characters is purposely and predictably painfully slow. And I'll link a video in the iCard as well as show a tweet on screen from YDo that goes more in depth into the math that shows you that the characters are purposely made hard to unlock. And because I know y'all goofy ass niggas finna say it in the comments, yes, I am broke. Just like you goofy ass niggas, so I indeed will say that. But if you're tired of hearing about microtransactions and you're a fan of hip hop just as much as you are a fan of video games, I got you. Tap the video on screen and hear about the history of Drake and Kendrick's beef now that you've gotten your video game fix from this video. Okay, thanks. See you in that video. Bye!